will be able to tell you a really interesting story about their partnership with us. But before we start on that, Girish, tell me in respect of Tata Realty, what is your business vision? What are you all actually trying to achieve in that particular company?
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for inviting me over here. It's a pleasure to be here. Everybody knows Tata Group. We are the real estate development arm of the group. We operate in two verticals: the residential sales and commercial leasing. Residential sales operates under the brand Tata Housing, and the commercial leasing operates under the brand Intellion. Combined, we have delivered around 40 million plus developments, 15 cities, more than 23,000 happy customers. Currently, we have more than 10 million under development, and another 40 million is the potential development, so the land banks that we have. So that's coming up, and new land is getting acquired.
Well, I can tell you one thing, just a story. That is, my husband had booked a flat in Avenida in Calcutta. Okay.
That's a beautiful project.
Yes, but the thing is, in between we decided we didn't have enough money, so we cancelled this thing and we got out of it. Even today, I get brokers calling me that you have a flat in Avenida, will you be willing to sell or rent? No matter how many times I've told them I don't have anything, they don't quite believe it. So that's quite something.
Yeah. So in terms of a mission is to create sustainable spaces, secure spaces, smart spaces, social spaces. I think that's what the customer is looking for, and we intend to build it on the pillars of trust, transparency, and quality, for which the Tata Group is known. So that's what we intend to do.
Okay, so in your use of AI, what is the kind of transformation you feel that this will bring about in your business? And while using AI, how do you still intend to retain the human touch?
Great. So I'll tell you what has happened for real estate industry. Originally, real estate industry was a brick and mortar industry. Now, with advent of digital and AI, it has now become an intelligent data enterprise. Predominantly, if you see the decision making in real estate industry was happening based on experience and intuition. It's still there. It's not that it's gone. But now with AI, with data being there and AI/ML models being there, it is now being backed by solid analysis. So it's becoming an informed decision for the. So there is a clear shift from just taking intuitions on hunch, decisions on hunch, to actual informed decisions. So that's the shift. That's the first part. The second part that we have seen with advent of AI is from being reactive processes to predictive. So be it sales forecasting or leasing forecasting or doing predictive maintenance. Or even in construction, we can actually identify the risks or the bottlenecks that can come in the future. So the focus or the shift is clearly from being fixing problems to preempting problems and not getting them to happen. So I think that's another shift. And the third and the most important thing, and I think that's where what we have done with Salesforce is where a pure transactional sale, a flat sale, has now got converted into hyper-personalized customer journeys. I think that's we have done. So we understand through the listening channels, through omni-channel communication, what the customer wants, and we are able to provide that information, that context. I mean, what Mankiran is saying, that context has become very important for each customer, and that's what we have been able to do. Coming to your point on the human element, and I think that's the most important part. I mean, if you go to any organization today, there are two sets of people. One who are gung-ho about AI and they want to do everything in AI. And there are other set of people who are fearing attrition out of it. So you have to really balance both these people. And while doing so, we clearly had a strategy. We said, while implementing AI, we are going to first implement it in an assistive mode. So that was given. And I'll give you an example. So you take a CRM manager, any CRM manager who goes to the office on a Salesforce console. First, they see around about 50 to 70 tickets depending on the project duration and the stage of the project. Now, that person has to attend those 50 tickets. Which ticket should you go for first? And how will you prioritize? Okay, after going through each ticket, then you have to understand what is the action that needs to be taken, and then communicate that action to that support function, and then revert to the customer. Now, just see amount of time that you take for each ticket. Now, we have Agentforce AI agent built on this, who based on our entire data, in the night itself, as soon as the call comes, it clearly then prioritizes, it gives it a priority whether it is critical or not. And for that, now suppose it's an MEP problem, so it says that okay, this is an MEP problem, it needs to go to Aniruddha Bapat, and this is the communication that you need to send. So that's ready. And as a reply to the customer, that's ready. So when our CRM manager now comes, he goes and sees, okay, this is the problem, this is what I would tell Aniruddha, make a few changes, send. That's why it's come from days to 8 hours. And that's how AI is ahead. So it's not that AI is doing everything on its own, it's helping our employees to work better. So that's the human and AI balance that we have been able to achieve.
But at some point of time, I suppose you will, based on your experience, allow the agents to become autonomous. Do you have that in your roadmap?
Yeah, absolutely. I think so. You have hit the nail. So if that CRM executive is pressing send today, why not the agent do it? But having said that, what we have now started doing is for each JD, we have started identifying what is the amount of work that can go to AI and what is the amount of work that will still need genuine human intervention.
Exactly. So depending upon the criticality of that particular query, or maybe where there is a human element, you can make out that emotions are running high.
Absolutely.
Whatever it is, that probably a human being in the loop is what is required.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you take it if you strip away all of these things, coming down to pure business value. Have you been able to see business value out of these initiatives that you have been running?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there were a few numbers which were shared in terms of what we have achieved, but one of the foremost benefit has been with Data 360. Now all the data is available at one single place, and this has helped decision making. So there is a visibility available to the senior management of what's happening at what time, and this analysis also available. So the decisions are now more real time. They are on the current data, and this has helped solve the customer problems not only fast but with more empathy, because now there's a whole rounded view that's available. So that's on the internal side. For the customer side, we have been able to. So we have our listening platforms on Salesforce. All the interactions, all the feedbacks are getting analyzed in real time, and we are getting sentiments out of it. And that is, so from the entire data, we are learning on how to respond to a particular customer, and we are able to curate personalized journeys for each and every individual. So again, that has helped. And that's why the conversion rates have increased. That's why the more leads are getting converted to opportunities. That's why more number of mails are getting open. 50 to 60% mail opening rate. So faster sales. I mean, real estate was going through a golden patch. We were anyway selling in 3 days. Because of this, now selling in 1 day. So that's what happened.
So now that you have already achieved the 1 day, going forward, what would be the agentic use cases? What do you envision that would really enrich your offerings and make them really stand out in the market? What is the vision that you have there?
So, if you see, home buying is an one in a lifetime event for most of us, and we put everything over there. What excites us most is making that journey very joyful and stress-free for our customer. Today, if you see, there are a lot of hassles. I mean, there's a lot of paperwork that needs to be done. There are tax implications that one needs to be mindful of. And at each point of time, I know each one of us have bought a home. We are always, I mean, whether I'm doing the right thing. If I go wrong, what will happen? Will I get a tax notice? So all these keeps on happening. So our vision is to now create, say, a trill AI confidant who will manage all these back-end activities for the customer. Because it's all, that information is all available over there. So it will do all the heavy lifting, filling the forms, financial information, everything it will do. And it will enable our customer to enjoy the process of buying their first home. I think that's what we intend to.
That would be a great leap forward, actually. Not to have the hassles of documentation and searches and this, that and the other. But now I'd open it for anybody in the audience if they have any questions.
आपने जो भी बोला ना, that is perfect. So we are operating in 15 cities. तो मेरा अगर चेन्नई का प्रोजेक्ट है तो वहाँ पे obviously I'll hire people who speak Tamil in Bangalore, Canada. So this is just the beginning. I mean, Hindi mein is something that we always wanted. Voice is something, so that's obviously the next step. In our website today, all the early selling conversations are handled through our AI agent called Nestor, which is currently, its voice is not there. It's completely on the agentic AI Salesforce platform, Agentforce platform. Now with voice coming in, we are going to move to Hindi, and as more languages come in, obviously, I mean, आपने जो बोला, if there is somebody who is speaking in Marathi with me, I will like it very much. मेरे से कोई हिंदी में बात करेगा, if somebody is speaking my language, that's a no-brainer. I mean, 100% will go ahead with it.
So, ma'am, I would like to ask you another question that once AI is there in place, तो जो लोग जब कॉल करके बताते हैं कि मेरा ये प्रॉब्लम है, तो वो लोग अपने तरीके से करते हैं. AI will understand that what is his pain points. So, do you think the people might even understand that this is some human speaking, and then they start, an irate customer might fight with it?
No, so normally agents they declare themselves. आप अभी भी कोई भी वेबसाइट में जाए तो वहाँ के जो एजेंट है उसके ऊपर जो चैटबॉट है वो बोलता है कि मैं ये हूँ, चैटबॉट हूँ और आप मुझसे आपके लिए मैं क्या सेवा कर सकती हूँ या कर सकता हूँ. Okay, so it will be the same with agents. They will declare themselves. At no point of time are we going to have agents masquerade as human beings. This is very clearly put up over there. Now, if in spite of that, the person really wants to talk to a human being, there is always a way in which the agents can hand this over seamlessly to the human being with the summary of all that has gone ahead. Okay? So that the human being can then start responding. If you look at the help.salesforce.co helpline that we have, 2% of the queries that come on still go to the human agents. So it is not as though the humans have all been removed from the entire chain. Zaruri ho, to usko to 100% it will have to be handed over, and that zarurat can either be put forth by the customer or be determined by the agent also, depending upon the way we have, given the agent permissions to do things and put the guardrails. So accordingly, it can go to human beings.
Great.
We have just launched Hindi and English, okay, because English is also very much a language that is spoken by a lot of people. So it's a mixture of Hindi and English. It will understand that. Now the other Indian languages are currently in beta. A number of these languages will get added in the next few months, okay? And the hope is therefore that once these languages get added, that they will be able to recognize whoever is speaking in whatever language and be able to respond accordingly.
But they understand that, see now example, what I want to say is, now you know what I want to say. But the language, very difficult to go that way.
No, the agents understand. And in any case, you will be given a choice. कि आप हिंदी में बात करना चाहते हैं, इंग्लिश में बात करना चाहते हैं, तमिल में बात करना चाहते हैं, नहीं तो आप बताइए किस में बात करना चाहते हैं. तो आप अगर बोलेंगे कि मैं तमिल में बात करना चाहता हूँ, So that's fine. They will also speak to them and speak to you in Tamil if that language is already there. Hindi means there will be languages in India. India, after all, has 22, official languages or recognized languages. We will not have that many, but the most commonly spoken languages will definitely come on.